What's up, fight fans? Welcome to Mr. Mustache MMA News. Today, I want to discuss this Saturday's main event, the rematch, Magomed Ankalaev versus Alex Pereira, part 2. But guys, before we get into it, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to continue getting more MMA content by yours truly and help the channel grow. All right, guys, getting right into it. We got a fun one, a great main event, great rematch. Pereira comes back after taking some time off after losing the belt to Ankalaev in their first fight. In a fight where, Pereira was flat from the beginning. It looked like he was dealing with a lot of fatigue. He was, carrying the UFC. He was carrying the company. He was the star of the UFC in 2024. And just going into 2025, just taking a lot of damage, staying active, a lot of weight cuts. He's, 37, 38 years old. He's just no longer in his prime, right? And Magomed Ankalaev, I think the UFC just was not thinking very highly of him, and they forced Pereira into that fight thinking that he would just kind of run through him, which was just not the case. And Ankalaev went out there, and he's so good everywhere, right? Great kickboxing, great wrestling, good jiu-jitsu, strong, tall, long, uses it all very well, great fight IQ. And gave Pereira problems from the beginning, took away all the kickboxing from Alex Pereira in that fight. Constant pressure, was not able to get the fight to the ground, 0 for 11 in takedowns. But now I think in this rematch, though, I think we're going to get a bit of a different story. You have Pereira, who seems rested, who seems like he's in damn good shape. He looks sharp, and he looks pretty locked in this week so far during fight week, right? So I think in this fight, we're going to see him be more himself. But I think what will change the outcome of this fight is not really on Alex Pereira. I think it might be on Magomed Ankalaev. I think in this fight, Ankalaev, where he found so much success in the first one, I think that he might be a little overconfident. And I think that he might try and pull the trigger a little bit quicker in this fight and maybe just be a little, I guess, overly aggressive, kind of in the same sense of how Jean Silva was with Diego Lopez, where he might be, going out there and landing shots like he was, but maybe just not keep himself, just be overly vulnerable during his offense and just really just not keep him safe and not being really aware of like the check hook that Alex Pereira could land, or really anything that comes from Alex Pereira offensively. So, I think mindset has everything to do with this fight. I think Pereira, I think he's going to go out there and try and be himself. I'm not really sure, like when the lights come on, during the walkout. These things do change, right? The ceremonial weigh-ins, those last face-offs, things do happen. Things do change. But I think we're going to see a confident Alex Pereira. I think he looks like he's in shape. I think he looks healthy. And as for Ankalaev, I think that in this, I think he's going to be confident. And I think that he's going to find a lot of success with that. Now, one of my coworkers was telling me that he thinks that Ankalaev is going to be overly hesitant in this fight, which would make a lot of sense. And he was right. I have to give him a lot of credit, because he thought that Reyes and Alberg was just going to be like not a lot of action. It was going to be just the first guy waiting to like counter off the other guy, and it's kind of exactly what happened, right? So I don't want to disregard that, because Ankalaev could go out there and just be a little bit more hesitant, maybe scared to lose his belt, fight to not lose rather than fighting to win. I could definitely see that happening. I don't really see Ankalaev being able to get the fight to the ground. He was 0 for 11 in the first fight. I think that will be kind of the same case in this one, and I think with the leg kicks as well, I think Pereira will be ready for all that. But I think if Ankalaev can put on the pressure and just take away the kickboxing from Pereira, we'll probably see more of the same of the first fight, where it's not going to be the most electrifying title fight that we're going to see. It's probably going to be more technical, more pressure, cage fighting, clinch fighting. But we'll see. Let's see if Pereira can establish his range. But I think Ankalaev is going to get his hand raised, but I'm not confident about it, if that makes sense. I think Pereira really has a better chance in this fight than he did in the first one. But yeah, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. Who do you guys have? Do you guys have Pereira? Do you guys have Ankalaev? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on this matchup. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Mr. Mustache, MMA News out. Let's fucking go, fight fans.